So I was, when I was elected, my daughter was 15 months old, and so she was still very little, and one night she'd come in to have dinner with me. My husband had brought her in and we had to go in and vote in a division. Anyway, I thought, oh, well, I'll just take her in with me. I'm just going in to sit down, and she was very well behaved, so she'd sit on my lap and it'd be fine. But because I was no longer breastfeeding her, she was not under those particular requirements at the time allowed to come in. She was recognised as a stranger in the house. Now, I thought this was pretty ridiculous because I'd actually heard stories of in the previous Labor government in the other place of members of parliament bring their kids in, and it's really up to your own judgment. You know, you're not going to bring a child in who's not going to be able to cope with it or whatever the like might be. I thought it was a pretty logical change in true upper house fashion to get this relatively minor change. It took 4 years, an upper house inquiry, and actually a change in the makeup of the upper house. We introduced a range of changes after the 2019 election, and one of them was that we would allow young people to come in if they're in the care of a member. And so just like any other workplace, if you're juggling and you're having a bad day and your child can't go to childcare or something's happened, you can bring them to work with you and use your own judgment as a parent as to whether you can take them in or not. But I did, I have to say that I think when we're reflecting, this has been a really significant change in the attitude towards children. And in fact, I had my second child, my son, when I was in Parliament, and the then Deputy Leader of the government, in reflecting on when I'd come back to work and I used to bring him into Parliament with me, he reflected that he had been the best behaved member of the House in that particular year. I'm not sure that was the case, but I think it was just really a way that things had changed over the course of even within 4 years, and certainly in speaking to Meredith, in the way over time we've changed in terms of our attitudes.